back to my channel. I am Lexi, aka Mystical Diamond Painter, and I am here to give you a post review on this kit. But first of all, how is everybody doing today? I hope that you are going to have a good day. I'm going to be posting this in the morning. It is currently Thursday, November 6th, and it is quite late in the evening, but I finished this and I wanted to get the post review done right away after finishing it because doing it during the day is a little bit more difficult with my kids being up and about. So anyways, this kit is called The Butterfly's Tale, and it is from DPover. It is by the artist Bex, and you can find a bunch of her art under their artist collaborations tab. They have their own in-house artists as well, but this is one that they collaborated with. Anyways, so I picked this kit because my daughter's theme is butterflies and I wanted to hang this above her crib. It came with 49 colors, and I believe, let's see, yes, 6 of them were fairy dust, so I'm gonna pull those out real quick. Just give me a moment here. Okay, so there were 6 fairy dust that came with the kit. Out of the 6, 3 of them were pink tones, as you can see here. One a very light pink, and then a medium-ish regular pink, and then a darker toned pink. And then there was a purple fairy dust. That's not the fairy dust, my bad. And then a dark blue fairy dust. Oh, I missed one. Okay, there were 4 pinks. There was also this fairy dust. So those are the ones that came in the kit. They were scattered all throughout. There's some down here, a bunch in the flowers, and then a bunch in the butterflies, okay? Now, I decided, and I don't usually do this, this is really kind of one of my first times doing this, but you'll see I have to turn it a certain way because of where my light is, but you can see there's quite a bit of extra sparkle. I'm not sure how well it picks up on camera. In the butterfly, I did enhance specifically just the butterfly, so I'll show you what I enhanced with, well, for what I can. I used spare drills that I had to enhance this. So the first 2 was fairy dust 340. I just color matched to ones that were already in the kit, okay? So I used a fairy dust 340 of spares that I had from a DAC kit. I used up all of them, and that was all within the butterfly. I also used fairy dust 550, and that was from another company's kit. And then I had, let me just move this out of the way. Let's see. The rest were all ABs that I added. So I added some of this 152. I added some 3609. I added some 819. 3861. 917, and then some 210. I got this bag actually when I got a bundle from Pure Bliss Wax Co., in case you were wondering, but they also, this is from Shimmering Canvases, so that's a great place to look for special drills if you want to enhance your kits or just collect special drills in general. One sec, I'm gonna take a drink here. Okay, so anyways, let's talk about the canvas. Now, the fairy dust that came in it were resin, but all the other regular drills were definitely acrylic. I could tell just based on the characteristics of them, but they were decent acrylics for squares. I have not had any drill popping. I did just to be on the safe side use this little roller tool after each section that I finished, just to make sure everything was pressed down nicely, but no drills have popped off, and I have had this canvas go every which way. Sorry, I just have one drill has slid out of place, but that's probably from me moving the canvas around, and it didn't actually fully pop off, it just pushed itself over. I did okay, I did run out of one drill, but I don't think that was because I actually ran out of drills. So when I kit up, I only fill up the container if there's extra drills in the bags, and these ones came in this style of baggie. If there were extra drills in the bag like this, I would just set it in my storage container up in this part, okay? I would put the bag in there. And the thing is that for like the first half of this kit, I was diamond painting on my little laptop table thingy, and I would do that on my bed. And my daughter is only 11 months old, so she doesn't know any better, and she may or may not have gotten a hold of a bag and lost it. So that is what happened with that. It was not because I was shorted drills from the company, it was because my daughter lost the bag of drills. Luckily, it was actually for this DMC, and while I did replace most of them throughout here with the fairy dust one anyways in the butterfly, I still needed some more, but I had spares of this anyways because I save whatever spares I can. So it wasn't an issue, and it was not the company's fault. I just want to make that very clear. I did not run out of any other drills. In fact, there's, for example, this one, I had a lot left over, okay? Like, look at this. Here's how much is left in the container, and then there's like more than what would fill this container left in the bag. So I was not worried about that. Now, there was a bit of trash, not in any of the special drills. It was all in the regular drills, which I was expecting there to actually be more than this, if you want the truth, because it is an acrylic kit. But I don't think this is too bad for it being acrylic. It is quite a bit, but I'm also just kind of picky. And it's not even all fully trash in here. It's also just drills that I kind of randomly dropped and noticed that I dropped. But overall, I think it's good. The glue is good, and the gapping isn't too bad. Here, let me turn. Come on. Okay, let's try to continue this. I ran out of storage again. I need to figure out how to get my storage to not be ridiculously small. Anyways, so the gapping wasn't honestly that bad at all. This is it with the light pad on, and I think that it looks completely fine. So here is the full canvas. Just pan over it. I think that you can easily tell that it's cherry blossoms, and then this is the book that the butterfly is sitting on, and I think the butterfly looks gorgeous, and honestly I can't wait to hang this up. I think that honestly for a smaller, I guess, kind of budget company, I mean, the size of this is a 50 by 65 centimeter, and it can't remember the exact price, but it was under like $50, so I think that's a pretty good deal in my opinion. So I think it was good. I definitely would like to try out more of their kits. I would like to try some of their rounds as well. And honestly, in fact, I might do rounds from them from now on if there's art that I like. You do get to choose round or square. And my main reason for that is just knowing that it's acrylic drills. I just know that you have less issues with acrylic rounds than you do squares. So that's where I'm at with this. I also would like to note that I do have a code that you can use through the link in my description of this video for this company, and I may earn a small commission if you do use that, and you don't have to. I am just letting you know. So that will be in my description under my link tree. But here is the full canvas, and I hope everybody has a great day. I also would like to note that I will probably have another post review here within the next couple of days. I did start a kit while I was on the road that I did in the car, and it's just a small like 30 by 40 budget kit. So I will do a post review on that. Also, this one I started, I forgot to do the stats because I haven't updated my logbook yet. So let's go to the page for this. Okay, so this one I started on October 15th and I finished it today, November 6th. It probably would have taken me like a week to finish if I didn't have to go out of town for a entire week. So yeah, that's where I am at. Have a good day, everybody, and good night. Well, good night for me anyways, because it's night as I'm filming this. All right, bye.